Hey, aloha everyone. So a lot of the videos I've done recently about the Lahaina Fire have been focused on the areas inside the burn zone that are closed to the public. In this video, we're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to take a look at the areas in Lahaina town itself that are actually open to the public. I'm actually standing right on Front Street. This is the corner of Front Street right next to Safeway. And you can see that it's a stretch of Front Street that was basically unaffected by the fire. And right behind me in the background here is Tavern, which is the first restaurant to reopen after the fire on Front Street. So I'm just going to take the camera, we're going to walk around, and we're going to see exactly what kind of progress has been made, see what's opening up in Lahaina town itself. Let's go take a look. All right, so just flip the camera around here. Just give you a quick idea of location. Again, this is the Front Street, the area that wasn't hit by the fire. And that is Safeway grocery store right there. And as I mentioned, Tavern is the first restaurant to reopen after the fire on Front Street. If I take a right here and we head north, you can see that it's right on the edge of the burn zone. You can see the do not enter sign there, so that area is not open to the public. And as I zoom in here, you can see that there's actually a crew there working on cleanup. So removal of the debris and ash from the fire right there. So let's just take a walk down Front Street, the little section that is open to the public, and take a look and see what the vibe is like. It's really busy. You can see a lot of cars on the street, lots of people walking in. It's actually been kind of challenging to film this because it's been so busy. There's Honu Restaurant, which is not open yet. We'll walk by the front door and see if there's any signs on the door. So yeah, there you have it. The Honu Restaurant still has a sign up on the door that says it's basically from the day of the fire. So if anybody has any information on when Honu and some of these other restaurants are planning to reopen, leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people that'd be curious to know that. Okay, so continuing on Front Street, here's the what once was Fridas Restaurant, a Mexican restaurant. It had actually closed prior to the fire. I think I don't know if it was new ownership or if they're just rebranding, but they had closed down before the fire even happened. So it's still not open. There's the Cannery Mall, the mountainside of Front Street. Again, here's what once was Fridas Restaurant. You can see they're actually doing some work, so there's construction happening. Hopefully that they're looking to reopen sooner than later. And here is Star Noodle. In the parking lot right now of Star Noodle and the old Fridas Restaurant. And you can see that Star Noodle's still not open either. Closed due to weather, it says. Now on the other side of this rock wall is the old Lahaina Luau. And by some miracle, old Lahaina Luau, even with its grass roofs that you can see there, did not burn down during the fire. And then just over that hill, it's actually going over the Kahoma stream. On the other side of the stream and the hill there is Kahoma Village. And Colma Village is actually my neighborhood. There goes one of the big dump trucks. I'm sure it's loaded with ash and debris from the burn zone. Here we are, we're coming up on Old Lahaina Luau. It's not open, so Old Lahaina Luau is not open, even though it escaped the fire. Looks like they have fresh pavement on the parking lot, so probably doing some work during the downtime. I do see some activity in there. Okay, so here is the entrance to the Cannery Mall on the Front Street side, with Long's Drugs right there. And I think from here, I'm gonna jump in the car and we're gonna do a little bit more of a tour from the car, just to cover things a little bit quicker. Okay, here we go, pulling into the Cannery Mall from the Front Street side, right next to Long's Drugs right now. And you see the parking lot is pretty full in front of Long's, so Long's is definitely open. This construction fence right in front of me, that's a new construction zone. It's not part of the burn zone. It wasn't affected by the fire. They're just building a new project. Again, there's Long's Drugs. Next to Boss Frogs here at the Cannery Mall. I don't think that is open. Jersey Mike's right there too. Also, I believe not open. But the food trucks right in front of me here, I'll zoom in real quick. Those food trucks, I do believe those are open. So continuing on, here's the front entrance of the Cannery Mall. You can see it actually has caution tape, so it is that it is definitely closed. And we just passed the bus, so you can see that the public transportation is up and running again. Look how busy this parking lot is. Super busy, right in front of Safeway. We'll keep going. Actually, on the other side of the highway, you can see a gas station. Gas station is open. And now we're coming up on another construction fence, the green fence here. That is actually part of the burn zone. So we're coming up on the exit of the Safeway parking lot here. And you can see it's behind the car right now, but there's the Mala now open, Lahaina Strong sign. Basically back to where we started, right next to Mala. Okay, so we're coming up on the entrance to the Cannery Mall here next to Long's. This is where we originally drove into. But this time, so if I would take a right, that's heading back towards Mala. This time we're going to take a left. We're going to head over the Coahoma Stream towards Coahoma Village. See, this is a stretch of Front Street here that if you didn't know there had been a big fire and a massive disaster, you wouldn't know anything even happened. Snorkel Bob's is unaffected. The Jesus Coming Soon sign there is a prominent landmark. And if I were to continue to drive straight forward here, I would hit another barricade where they have Front Street closed off. You can turn into my neighborhood, Colma Village, but it's a ID check, so you have to live in there or own in there in order to get into that neighborhood. And since this video is about what's open on Front Street, we're not going to go into Coahoma Village today. But what I do want to show you is Mala Ramp. So there is a spot to get boats in the water, jet skis in the water for the drive excursions to go out, this area is open. See, the parking lot's pretty full. You can see a jet ski coming out of the water right now. See a bunch of trucks with trailers parked. Boats are in the water. Since I'm here, I might as well get out and take a quick look at what's happening here at the mall ramp. So that was the quick tour of the stretch of Front Street that is open to the public. Behind me here is Baby Beach. There are signs there that says do not go beyond this point, so even though you see some people off in the distance there, it's technically not open. But like I said, the mall ramp here is open to the public. So really, I just wanted to share some good news. I know a lot of the media coverage and social media out there focuses on all the struggles and the heated debates that are being had on Maui right now. But I think it's also important to focus on some of the good things and the progress that we're making. And it's also important to keep in mind that a lot of the coverage is focused on the burn area in Lahaina, and that's really small relative to the entire island. The rest of the island is open for business. The vibes are good, and it's a really good time to come visit if you want to come support Maui. And that being said, it's also a really good time to come support these local businesses that have just reopened here on Front Street and in Lahaina Town and the whole island in general. So anyways, that's it for this video, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Aloha.